Hey y'all, welcome back. I am so glad you are here to enjoy this with me. And if you're having I hope you're having a great afternoon, evening, morning, night, whatever time of day it is where you are. So let's check this out. I got this on Amazon and I thought it would be great for practicing nail art, painting, any kind of art that you're really into, that you do fine detailing art with. So let's check these out. Now these are cards and it is hard to get them out of that package, so we'll actually put it in another package when we're finished. This comes in, it's actually written in Russian, but we really don't need the writing itself because we pretty much should know what to do. These are shiny material, kind of like laminated, so you really wouldn't have to worry about keeping them. You just clean them with alcohol, and you could also put them in a Ziploc bag or cover them with plastic like saran wrap or something to protect them, to keep them clean. But you really don't need to if you don't want to. I particularly probably will because I plan on using these quite a bit. Now, like I said, I did order these on Amazon, but you can probably find them on AliExpress or Temu or wherever you do most of your shopping. You just have to look around. But I will try to leave a link to these in the description box if I remember to. If not, make sure to hit me up for a link for it for Amazon. So what this is these are nail art practice sheets, and like I said, they are shiny, not really laminated, but you probably could laminate these if you want to, just to protect them a little bit more. But you use them to practice like line work and curved work, all kinds of different things that you might use in art or nail art. It said in the ad that it was a pack of 9, but they actually sent me 12. So I was really thrilled about that because I wasn't expecting that. So here are what the basic designs are, and it gives you kind of an idea on how to do them, and it makes things easy to practice so you're not wasting a whole bunch of nails. So here's the first page, and the designs get more and more intricate as you go. The backs are there's nothing on the back, so you could practice on the back too if you want, and then you just wipe them down with alcohol to clean them. This is the second page. It's got lines that go from thick to thin, across, down, curved lines, kind of your scroll work. And on the bottom it gives you actual designs that you have for all the practice that you've done, so that you can do these kind of designs without too much trouble. And this is so easy to practice on, it is unreal. So then it gives you, on this page, this is like a geometric design page. It will give you where to practice the actual art, and then it gives you one that is not as defined, maybe a little bit lighter, and then it gives you 2 more that are different sizes, so you can practice that design on your own without tracing the actual design. So it gives you kind of a way to practice different designs without being too difficult, and it gives you the general guidelines on how to do it. So this is the next page. These are different kinds of designs. These are also geometric in some points, but these are really gorgeous designs. If you want to practice something like this, if you want to practice your nail art, and if you have like a design that you want to do on a nail, this will give you a template to do it, which is super, super nice. See, it's got plenty of area to practice on, And like I said, you can use these as many times as you want, because all you do is clean them with alcohol and then start again. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all these. These are so super pretty. You know, I thought these were just going to be absolutely gorgeous. And these would be great. I think you could do, you know, like your homemade nail stickers with these. Whereas you put down a top coat and then draw your design on top of it and then peel it off and put it on a nail. That would probably be an awesome way to use these. And I think with some of these, that is probably what I will do. I'm going to try that. I've never done those kind of nail stickers, homemade nail stickers, but I've been wanting to try them. So I think this would be perfect for those. See, it's even got butterflies, animal prints, different kinds of flowers, leaves, and just all kinds of different stuff. This kind of looks like a mandala. This kind of looks like a cherry blossom. And these are kind of strike me as like Indian-ish design. But, you know, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And some are straight, some are curved. It's got areas on it where you can use a dotting tool. Absolutely fabulous design. I love this one. It's like the scroll design. Circles. Even has a dragonfly. Dreamcatcher feathers. Animal that's got I think that's like a fox or something. And a tiger and more geometric designs. So let's try these out and see how they work. And I think this would be great in improving your artwork if that's what you're doing. And y'all, I have to say, when it comes to doing artwork designs or nail art designs, any kind of painting kind of thing that you're doing, you always need to practice. You never can get enough practice. Even if you have it, what you think is perfect, practice some more. Because you can lose that practice, all that time that you put in, if you don't continue to practice on a regular basis. And I would say that even if you don't want to put everything out and pull all your stuff out to do some nails, just pull one color out and a brush and some alcohol and some wipes and go to town. So it makes it super, super easy. These will also travel well, so you can, if you're traveling somewhere, like going on vacation, and you decide that you want to do a little bit of practice, it's right there with you. Super easy to take with you wherever you go. So let's do a little practice here. I am going to put on my paper towels so I have something to clean up my mess. I have a couple of nail art brushes, which I'm going to try out. Some wipes, some alcohol, and a couple of different colors to practice with. And of course, some gloves, y'all. So let's put these gloves on. I got a little palette here for my colors. And I'm going to go ahead and start with True Fire Brick Red from Madam Glam. And it doesn't take a lot, you just put a little bit on your palette. I'm also going to do Mother Nature from Madam Glam. And let's do maybe a darker color, Behind the Scenes, also from Madam Glam. I also have a base coat and a top coat and some nails ready if I decide to put some on the nail. And just for the sake of starting, I'm going to start with the very first page, which is the basic line work. And I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag, y'all. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to practice straight on here. And that way you can see how easy it cleans. I am going to start out, let me see. I can't find the right brush, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this little brush right here and practice some line work. Now, I am going to do this in red, so maybe it's a little easy to see. I did also pull out some acetone so I can clean my brushes. Don't forget to do that because we need to keep our brushes clean and in good shape. So let me just clean that off and reload this brush. And then I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to practice this straight line. And that gives me a way to practice my lines. It will also give you a way to practice a thick line to a thinner line, vice versa, whatever it is that you're looking to practice on. See there, I'll do a thin line. See, I still shake. My lines are not exactly like they probably should be, so I need to definitely practice on line work. So let's go ahead and put some alcohol on it and take those off so you can see how easy that cleans. All gone. Now you have a fresh palette to clean again. So let's try a different brush. I'm going to load this up. Now this is a 11mm brush and it is super thin, so I can get a thinner line. And this makes it so easy to practice on. Now you don't want to have a ball of gel polish on the end. You want to make sure that you wipe that ball off so that it's just the polish without any kind of bulging inside of it. You want to make sure that that polish brush is loaded, and that's what I'm doing when I'm just swiping it back and forth here in this puddle of polish. So there we go. There is a thin line. And then we can go over here where there is no practice area and practice that line without having that guide. Very nice, very easy. And if y'all hear my TV in the background, I apologize. I am watching a movie as we do this. Let's go to this next one. This next one is like a thick line to a thin line. So I am going to start with the thicker part and drag my brush down. Let me get a different color so you can actually see it. And then you practice going the other way from a thick line to a thinner line. And it gives you several practice times before you go on to the other side and do it without a guide. So I didn't get the thick part of the line on this one, so I'm going to go back and do that. So then I'm going to go over here to my actual practice area without a guide, and I'm going to do the thick line and then drag it down. And then I'm going to go over here and do a thicker line and then drag it up. See how easy that makes practicing? Then I'm going to get this green over here, and I'm going to go over here and try this curved line. You got a big ball in the end, and then you drag it down to a thinner. See, I didn't do a good job on that one, so we'll try that again. thick line and then drag it down. So I'm not exact on this, but like I said, this is for practice. Oh, there's a fairly decent one. And it will just give you plenty of time and area to practice on without using a bunch of nail tips. So it's pretty nice. I thought I would share it because a lot of you have told me that you really want to practice nail art more, but you just maybe weren't sure how. This will give you a definite guide on how to do this practice. And it gives you, this gives you pretty much all the basics. And this is a thin line to a thicker line and then back to a thin line. So it gives you all the practice that you need to do nail art to begin with. So if you want to start working with nail art and you haven't already because you weren't sure how to start, or you just feel like you need practice, I personally feel like I need to practice all the time, and that is the only way you are going to get better. So these are absolutely great, I think. So let's clean these off. A little bit of alcohol and completely clean and ready to start again. Just like that. So I'm going to get with a different brush, and as you go through, these designs will get more and more complex on every page. So I suggest starting with the first page and then moving on. So this is a heart, which, yeah, I don't know about you, but I am terrible with doing hearts. Not perfect, but it's okay. I'm going to put 2 dots here. I'm going to load up again, and then I'm going to pull my heart up. Not perfect, but better than I used to be. So you just wipe it off and start again. So let's try this one. This is a little more complex. I'm just going to start here and work my way down. And we'll keep going. And this one is kind of like the basis to start doing homemade butterflies. And I'm not doing a great job on this one, but it's okay because I can practice all I want using these. And then a little dot there. I just don't happen to have my dotting tool on me. So then we go back down to the lightly shaded one, so we can do a little more practice on our own without having a guide. As so. And you can see I am not perfect at doing this, and I don't practice nail art nearly like I should. So this will give me a way to do that. If you're just sitting around watching TV and you're bored, or you need something to do. So we'll just wipe these off. You see how easy that comes off? And then, so let's try to do maybe a little nail sticker. And I am going to take some top coat, and I'm just going to put it on these two right here. And I'm going to cure that for about 10 seconds. Okay, so I cured that for about 10 seconds, and I'm going to use a smaller brush here. And I am going to start here in the middle and just kind of trace around. It doesn't really tell you where to start, but you start where you're comfortable when it comes to doing like swirls and stuff. So let's cure that for a second. Let's make a little nail sticker. I'm going to go down here and use this one, so it's actually kind of a design. Just a little bit of top coat, and then I'm going to cure that for 10 seconds. Okay, it's been cured for 10 seconds, so I'm going to go in here with my gel paint, and I'm going to start right in the middle and do this little design. Now, it's probably not going to be perfect because, y'all, I've not practiced this one, but I wanted to try it just to show you. Go down here. So this one is not going to be great, but it will give you the general idea. And then I'm going to cure that for 10 seconds. Okay, so we have that cured for about 10 seconds. I'm going to go through and very carefully peel that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick this on the nail. Super easy nail sticker. Not perfect, but I will get there. I can go back and touch it up a little bit if I'm not completely happy with the way it looks. So I will go ahead and do that. But it does give you an easy way to do some nail art and feel a little bit more confident if you're not already confident with it. Now, I probably didn't get that on the best. It's got some wrinkles on it, but this is just practice, y'all, so I'm not looking for it to be perfect. Okay, so I've got another one ready, and I'm going to do a little sticker with this one, and I'm going to use a smaller brush. So I am going to go and do the stem. And I'm going to do a little leaf. I'm not perfectly following the guide, but the guide is helping me get the shape that I want. So let's go ahead and cure that for 10 seconds. And now that it's cured, I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. Not perfect, but not bad either. So I'm going to go ahead and put that little sticker right there. And I'm not perfectly happy with my leaves, so I'm going to go back and just put a little finishing touch on there, just so my leaves look more like leaves. Maybe get a little point on them. But it gives you a general guide on how to do different nail art until you're comfortable just going hog wild and doing nail art just freehand. And we can all use a little help. See there, I just did a little bit of fixing up. And I think I want to try to do this little flower right here. I'm not going to do the outside, I just want to do the flower itself. So we got the top coat. We're going to stick that on there and cure it for 10 seconds. And then I'm going to go in with a very thin brush with this red and try to make a little flower to put on the nail that I already did the leaves with. So one dot there, one dot there, one dot there. Pull it all together. Pardon me for not talking, but sometimes when I'm doing art, I can't always talk like I should. And we'll try this bigger one and see how it comes out. Now I am making mistakes on this. These are not going to be perfect because I haven't really practiced these. And y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, I am terrible doing flowers. Flowers are like my kryptonite. They just kill me. I cannot seem to get flowers right. So I'm hoping that this is going to help me with doing flowers, most definitely, in the long run. And curved.
Alright, we'll be through the crust in 15 minutes and into the man. 24 hours to the core, and then assuming we survive.
Do the little middle part of it.
Another 15 hours to the inner core, another quarter. You're doing well.
Like I said, you know, this is not going to be perfect. I'm just looking to do the general shape for practice. But I am going to try to clean it up just a little bit, so maybe I get my shape a little better. And I'm going to go ahead and cure that. Okay, so it is cured. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off.
It's as if we're diving.
Now, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not a beautiful flower, but it's a great way to practice. Just stick that on there. And then all you would do is maybe just put a little bit of alcohol on it to clean it. Since red does streak, it's got a little bit of a flower shape. So I definitely need to practice more on flowers. And then I'm just going to go and put a top coat on it. Seal that sticker in.
People. Doctors Zimsky and Keys.
Like I said, I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm just looking to do some practice to try to get better. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that. Okay, so here they are with top coat. Not perfect, but this is just practice, so I'm not worried about perfection. I just want to get a little bit of practice in, and I think these will be great for doing that. So if you want the link, I'm going to try to post it down on the bottom in the description box. And it's an Amazon product. They may have it on some other sites like AliExpress or Temu. I don't know. You'll have to check. But I think this was great. I paid, I think, $5 for all of these practice sheets. So, yeah, it was fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed, and maybe this helps you out with some of your nail art and to get you some more practice in. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.